Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching the original. This is episode 7 of season 4. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series so far. Last episode was interesting. We had a death. It wasn't a big character, but it had a decent impact because it was a distraction, mate. The person that was introduced as the witch that Sophia brought in, obviously that she was saying to try and help Marcel, he is against Marcel. He's definitely working for the Hollow. What was really interesting is I don't know if the beads that he was carrying actually was a snake. I don't know, disguised, because you know Vincent was going around the Michaelsons. They threw a party, you know, they brought everybody in it. They was trying to like say to the city, you know, we're back, don't worry, we're not going to do anything to you. We're working with Marcel, you know, we've got a peace. Me, Klaus and Marcel are hosting this party. Sadly, Marcel can't be here, you know, he's ruling the city, he's doing his duties, but take this as a peace offering for us. It's a new start, it's a fresh leaf that we've turned over in the book or whatever's, and you know, moving forward, we're going to work together with everybody and make the city a better place. Now, this was just a distraction so Vincent could go around and he could try and suss out who is working for the Hollow and why they're here. He was going around shaking everybody's hands, and then what he was doing with that is he went upstairs and he sat down like with Klaus. He got loads of cards, he was turning them over. He was saying, I was taking a reading from everybody, I was touching them, getting a reading. These will tell us, you know, what we've got to look for, what's going on. And he flipped them over, and what did they all have in common? There was a snake on it. And you know, when he went back down into the party and he was looking around, he seen the guy over, I don't know his name, but it was the witch in the corner, and he was like, it's him, it's that guy. And we seen it, it was like the screen went all fuzzy the way it does, and we could see a snake pretty much dangling around his neck. And I don't know if it's those beads that he was just holding, but they knew it was him. So what they'd done is they invited him upstairs to have a chat with Elijah, you know, and he come up with his backup, and Elijah was saying, look, you know, we asked to see you, how come you brought all your friends up? And like the guy's like, one can never be too careful when you're coming around this city. And he was like, look, leave us, you know, I'm not going to hurt you, just go down. And Vincent and them guys, they actually went away and they had a discussion, and pretty much they were saying to him, he pretty much gave Elijah I don't know, like an ultimatum. He's like, hand over Marcel or hand over Vincent, you know, it's up to you, we'll leave you alone, so to speak. It just wants what it wants. Elijah obviously didn't accept this, and the guy turned around and he was like, look, this isn't it wasn't an offering, it was pretty much me being nice to you. He was pretty much telling Elijah, you're going to do as I say, or we're going to come after you. And the Michaelsons don't like that, do they? Literally, put a bit of threat on them, they're going to retaliate, and that is exactly what Elijah done, mate. He grabbed his neck, he went right outside, stood there, you know, in front of every single person to the party. After I was saying at the start, they done that with Klaus, you know, they stood there and said, look, we're here, we're not here to harm anyone, we're here to make the city a better place and work with you. Well, Elijah, he stood there. This guy's working for the Hollow. This guy is one of the reasons why your children is being taken. You know, he's the reason that the city is in chaos right now. And he pretty much dangled him up in the air and just boom, ripped his heart out and dropped him in front of everyone, killed him in front of everybody, showing that the Michaelsons are not actually messing about. So I thought it was actually really good, and I know that he did do a death in front of everybody. It kind of goes against, he was saying everybody's okay with us, but he took out the person that was causing the threat to everybody, or so we thought anyway. So they couldn't be too mad. What I actually really liked as well is at this party is Keelan, I think that's her name now. She was mingling. She was dressed up. She was mingling with people. Freya come in. She kind of was a bit. I thought she was kind of a bit jealous. Not in terms of like she was fuming at her, but obviously she looked over, she seen her chilling with all these other girls talking, and she went upstairs and she got changed, mate. She come down in a dress. We don't usually see her in a dress. She looked fire. She went down, they was chatting. You know, I'm loving them two together, man. I really do want them to get together. And obviously they was having a conversation, and later on in the episode they were saying, oh mate, the party got cut short because obviously what Elijah done, but the night's still young, we can still go out, we can still have fun. And he was like, come on then, let's go. Mate, exciting. But I kind of feel like she might be part of the Hollow, and I'd be absolutely devastated if she is. There's no signs pointing to her right now. The only connection I can make is that she got into the safe that was in Marcel's house, which Frey couldn't get in because it was either locked or spellbound, and we don't know how she's got into that. And then in this episode, yeah, Klaus's safe got broken into again, yeah. And who would be in the house? How's nobody seen it? And who is not going to raise suspicions? You know, she's not going to be raising suspicions if she's there because she's part of the Michelsons right now in the group helping them. So nobody's going to raise a question while she's walking around. So that is the only connection that I can make, and that's what I'm going to call for now until obviously more information gets raveled to us. Josh was at this party. He was looking around trying to find Marcel. You know, they wasn't having any of it that he was, you know, doing duties. He knew something was going up and he was looking around. Now, Klaus did say that phrase cloaked him, and only the bloodline, the Michelsons, can actually see him, and Josh even acknowledged that as well. He said, look, I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see Marcel anywhere, but what I did sense was a smell. I could smell something, and from my knowledge we're learning with Davina is if you smell this, then something's cloaked, and I'm assuming that Marcel is cloaked down in the basement. Interesting. Klaus as well, Sophia, she went after him. She obviously revealed that this weapon on her wrist, the thorns, could take the Michelsons down, and somebody in the episode earlier was saying, look, she's just like goes to the highest bidder. Klaus made her a better offer, I'm guessing, than the one that she currently has. He said, give me the weapon that can kill our family, we'll get rid of the hollow, we'll also give you back Marcel. She accepted it. Klaus done his, well, thought he done it, he killed that guy, thought he got rid of it, and he didn't hand over Marcel. And then we'll finish off with Haley as well. It seems like the hollow has been connected to her family for a long time, and it possesses Jackson's family that went after obviously Haley's, and Haley used Freya went to the location where he was died, kind of seen a flashback and seen her dad drop a key under the floor trying to protect something. She went and got the key, she went to the location, she opened it up. In there she found, like, I don't know, a jaw, a teeth or something of I'm guessing the person that's running the hollow. And what Vincent was saying earlier on in the episode is it wakes up and it does sacrifices or something in 4 different locations. It's been doing this over a number of years, and I'm guessing it's searching for these objects, the bones of the body. One of them was a Papa Tunde's blade that got took out of Klaus's safe. One of them is this mouth thing that Haley's got, and there's going to be 2 more somewhere which we do not know yet. So I can't wait to find out. Hopefully guys enjoyed today's episode, and if you do, please smash like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Ugh. Oh, positive. You heathen.
New rules. No bloodshed in the house where my daughter sleeps and plays.
Spoken by the devil I know best of all.
I take it you have a plan?
I have a little errand to run. Why don't you take out your frustration on that filthy jawbone our enemies seem so fascinated by?
The roles of switch, man. He's turned into Klaus.
A man of words and not of deeds is like a garden full of weeds. And when the bird away does fly, it's like an eagle in the sky. When the door begins to crack, it's like a stick across your back.
Not exactly the most uplifting reading material. I've seen no evidence that your Uncle Elijah doesn't sleep here, hanging upside down. We can discuss ancient history another time.
No way, man. I'll tell you what, though. Elijah always calls him Marcellus, and he goes, it's Marcel! Nah, mate. Marcellus sounds sick. Sounds like a Greek name. Sounds like a warrior to me. Anyway, Marcellus.
Love potion number 9.
Boundary spell.
I was job hunting. In fact, I have an interview at St. Theodore's Clinic in the 9th Ward later. Well, I liked Austin. I had friends, but I also had a lot of secrets. And here, well, there's not much to hide. So if it works out, maybe we can celebrate?
But, I mean, once I take care of it, celebration's certainly in order.
It's not going to happen, that drink, but I'm excited, though.
We blew up the link that allows them to access this world, but you can't kill what's already dead. That link was forged on a pact between the living and the dead.
Demand the sacrifice.
I'm not demanding anything of anybody, Elijah. Look, I'm working with you because I want to defeat the Hollow. All right? I don't want to start a war with the French Quarter Coven.
He's going to do it. He's just seen you put that knife in there. He's just going to take it. Would anyone be pissed off, right, if Elijah just went and got 4 kids and just done them in? Because I'd be baffled, mate. Literally, his character's changed, like, so changing. He's getting well dark, literally so dark. And you know, man, we know Marcel's rules, man. Don't like anything happening to kids. And Elijah was definitely willing to pop a kid off the other day, where before Klaus and Marcel got took over by the Hollow. You know, there was 4 kids there, and I think they've sacrificed. They said something like, "Mate, if one dies, hope stays alive." He was like, "Right, which one, mate? Get one over here now." And Haley was like, "No, you can't do that, man. Like, we literally need to be better than that." She had that conversation with him. What with 2 episodes later, guy wants to kill 4 kids. I mean, they could come back. Apparently, with the harvest ritual, seems like it happens anyway. But seems like everyone that did come back was intent and dominating, you know, so it didn't go well, obviously, the first time that we seen it, and Davina as well. What's interesting is that he was saying that the ancestors are actually not dead. They've just severed the link so that they can't go from, you know, A to B, wherever they are, to Earth. But the possibility is Davina, she could be back in season 5, and that would be interesting. Do you know what? I've never been a cheerleader for Davina, but I actually would like her back. How mad's that? Like, I just think that we've not got enough of the witches. I know we're at episode 7 now, so I think we're at enough of the season to say there's not enough witchy people doing stuff. I know there's Vincent, but we haven't seen him do really much stuff apart from save the kids. And Freya, she's just Freya, man. She's just saving the family. She does loads of it. But Davina was just another one, and she done lots of stuff as well. And I realised that I don't really mind Davina, even though she was annoying to me. She wasn't that bad.
Listen, I found hope exploring the rubbish in the attic.
Most kids her age would be at school. They'd have friends to play with.
She will have power enough to protect herself from anything. We won't have to trap her in bloody boundary spells. But we'll protect her innocence for as long as we can. No one protected ours. How to Defeat the Hollow, Volume 1. Hidden here amongst these old Guns N' Roses records.
Let's see, you threw my best friend into a supernatural hell world, but sure. Let me bend over backwards and do you a favor. If I say no, then your brothers are gonna do something totally uncool with my interests.
My brothers don't know I'm here. You gotta help me keep Marcel breathing, so you in?
You know what I like about Josh is he knows his place in the world. He actually knows it, mate. He is bottom of the food chain. Someone comes above you and asks you to do something, he just does it. He actually does do it. Like, he knows that they'll just force him and he'll lose anyway. Yeah, you know, when Camille was fighting with Haley in the last season, she was like, even, you know, I'm weak and Josh could even beat me. That's literally the only person Josh can beat. And I do, you know what, I respect the Josh acknowledgement. Every time someone comes in to ask him something, he moans. He's like, "Oh, God's sake, man, you're here again." But he does it, even if he hates it. And what's happened to his boyfriend? What has happened? If we don't play on that, what's going on there? Why did we even drop it in? I feel like this guy might have something to do with the Hollow as well, using Josh. But who knows? I've just got to throw it out there because it popped in my head. He did have a boyfriend for either 1 or 2 episodes and then not seen him again. So what's going on with that one?
For a dead guy, you look awfully healthy.
Care to share where you're going in such a hurry?
I will kill you.
I doubt that.
Oh, they're headed to Algiers. I'll intercept them and get Marcel back.
Oh. Is she not dead? Like, I thought that would kill and not an original.
I think this is yours. He keeps you down here because he thinks you want to kill him.
You get me some blood from your dad's stash.
I'm 7, not stupid.
Let's start fresh, all right? It is very good to see you again, Hope Michelson. My name's Marcel.
My question is, can she be manipulated? Now, my honest answer is, yeah, kids can be. Easier, mate, literally. You know, get us that, I give you 10 quid. Oh, yeah, I'll get it. You know, literally, that's it in real life. You know, go outside and pick up all the dog shit in the garden, I give you 5 quid. Oh, yeah, I'll do it. You know, like, if it was me, I'd be like, jog on, mate. I'd rather, you know, literally, I'd rather go and kill myself. But, you know what I mean? So, it's interesting. I'm liking Hope. I actually really am liking her. She's dead confident. I like how she says sentences as well. I know it sounds daft when I say that, but, like, she just flows it. Like, it was good. She read that book decent. The conversation that she had with Klaus was good. And that one then was pretty good. Like, it just flows nice and easy. It doesn't feel like you're talking to a kid and you're, like, talking dead slow. So it's just a flow. General, you speak, I speak, you speak, I speak. Like, you're just speaking to an adult. Yo, is that Marcel? Oh, I thought chances is Marcel. Oh, it's Marcel.
Say something.
But
Super overwhelmed by the sheer number of jokes I could make about being in this body.
For a second Dominic sets foot in the circle, you get the hell out. Use every bit of vamp speed you got, okay?
I do like how you can see he's a different person.
We should take more family pictures.
There's a reason vampires avoid photographs. I should be out there.
Dodging an evil ghost who wants you dead? No, you're safe here.
Safe and entirely ineffective. I can't be trapped here! I could smell the blood from the people on the street above me. I could hear their heartbeats. The first few weeks were the worst.
You're worried about Marcel.
I don't know. It's interesting that, isn't it? Why is he saying that if he didn't care? That was so smart. That was really good, actually. Dominated it.
4 French Quarter witches killed on consecrated ground with a ceremonial blade.
This is not how you do it, man.
You know, wow, Elijah's mad. He's mad. Yeah, I'm loving him. Like, literally, he's making his character better for me. Like, because I always like how he's so strategic and calm. Usually he's the guy that Klaus is being rash. Now he's being rash. Klaus usually is rash, and he's there guiding him, saying the right things. You know, come on, Niklaus, you got to do this and that. We can't be doing this. We can't be doing that. And we flipped it, but I'm enjoying it because it's. I keep saying Klaus's progression. Klaus is progressing up. Like, it is in. I think that as a person, he's getting better. As a person, Elijah, he's probably getting worse, but he's getting more entertaining because it's just a side that we haven't seen. You know, Klaus, we've had the savage side, loved it, getting better, still got his side, still got both of them. So Klaus is improving. Elijah's been sophisticated, we love that. Now he's changing. I'm loving seeing that, but obviously, if you look at as a person, he's probably getting worse. But as entertaining factor, it's another layer that I'm enjoying. I definitely called that he was going to get that blade and kill him. I knew that he was going to actually do it himself. I just knew it. I think it's crazy. I mean, is it actually going to work? Last time, did they not say that harvest? I'm sure if we can go back to whenever the harvest happened, yeah, they said something happens like once every 1,000 years or something. It's not something that you can just conjure up and just do it whenever you want willy-nilly. It was like a celestial event or something like that. And it was a full-on ceremony, wasn't it? It was like a full-on drawn-out process. You all had to be selected and they all had to get dressed up and go there. And you know, here, he's just done it anyway. He's just gone and got 4 kids and killed them. Mad guy. Absolutely savage.
You know, I'm surprised your parents haven't stormed down here looking for you.
My mom trusts me. He took care of you when you were little. Why do you hate him?
He made me who I am. No, you ask if I hate him. It's hard to hate the person who made you what you are. You can't hate someone who you loved for so long.
Klaus loves him as well. That's why he was concerned about him before.
We must have a sacrifice. In order to be reborn, we must have faith.
You were the one that was selected by the Hollow itself. So whatever your doubts, make this your kind of magic.
It's true, man. The guy's strong AF.
Why don't you just kill the guy and then help me clean up the 2 bodies that are stashed in my bathroom? I'm not going to leave you alone in here with the Hollow's High Priest of Doom.
As I understand it, your overlord needs to collect 4 of her bones to be reborn.
You can't kill me.
If you won't give me what I want, then I'll have to take it. Up easy. What does it mean?
They were the guardians who protected the bones in ancient times. It means nothing now. I know where that Melru wolf is. Keelan.
You're lying. You don't know anything about her.
I know she's important to you. I was less than amused by your little boundary spell, so I sent my friends with instructions to kill your wolf.
Where is he?
Oh, he's out of the thing now, Freya, man. Interesting, mate. What's happened to her? She just passed out. If Freya's dead, right, I'm gonna go and kill myself as well. You'll never see me again.
Accept this offering as a sign of our faith.
Innocence. I told you this was not my magic. They hate you, and they hate me for helping you.
Wow, that looks sick.
Davina, baby, I'm so sorry. I really need your help.
Davina's head chilling. I've got to say, Josh, I can't believe you bounced. I actually can't believe it. I know the Freya was saying that and all that, but you said that you was going to stay and you actually left. Bit disappointed. I actually am, you know. Yes, she has done bad things to you, but you know that she's possibly in danger. You know how bad that guy is, and like, you should have stayed around. I can't believe you actually went. Dominated it, mate. Smoked them all off.
Whoa, hey.
I'm gonna say goodnight to Hope.
Ooh, here we go, bounce spell down.
Impressive boundary spell. Fortunately, it only lasts as long as the witch who cast it.
That means that you can get out.
Don't I have to go?
No, wait, hold.
Whoa, that's...
I need you to let me out of the circle.
I can't, my dad will be mad.
No, he won't. I'll keep you safe. Your dad rescued me, he raised me, and I knew your mom when she was a baby. We're family.
Marcel, if you're chatting shit now, mate, I swear down, I want you to die. I am trusting you right now, man. Don't be playing me. Don't be playing me.
How long was that for?
My heart stopped beating.
The boundary spell must have fallen. I have to go.
Non-stop, mate. Literally. Back from the dead, non-stop, trying to fight. Here we go. We don't see this one. Bracelets on the floor. Klaus, I wouldn't jump to conclusions, mate, because you've gone down there pure dead, guys. Her bracelet's there. Me, straight away, yeah, okay, I'd be concerned, Dad. I would, you know, you got to hold hands up, definitely be concerned. But you know that she's with Marcel, you know, he's strong. And deep down, I swear down, deep down, he knows factually he's not going to do anything to her. Like, if he thinks that he hates him, which he said that he actually done, you can't hate somebody that you love. Even if he thinks he hates him, right, how low do you have to be to take out somebody's child in revenge or whatever's, you know, like, that is, I don't know, you've got to be the lowest, the low. So I'm trusting Marcel. I do think he's going to save her. He has that golden rule that he don't hurt kids. I fully believe it 100%. So I'm really excited. You know, he said his family is, so we're family. Yeah, you are. Just acknowledge it, man. It's the first time. You always say that you're not family. Sometimes they don't treat you like it, so I've got to give it to you that way. But at the end of the day, they're going to be here to help you. But I still think Cass is going to stab you at the end of the season.
There's a shred of Davina left over there. She can accept the sacrifice and restore the link.
Hey, the back. Who's that? Oh, it's Ayla. Yeah, she had an accident.
Her neck is broken. She'll heal.
I need to find my brother and my niece.
Well, let me help you.
You're just getting in the way.
Freya.
Leave.
I wonder why Freya said that, you know, actually. Bit strange. You can say it, though.
Marcel!
What happened? Where's Mom?
She's at home.
Dad, don't be mad. I let Marcel out, and he kept me safe. He's my friend.
That's hard now, isn't it?
Whatever happened tonight, we prevented the city from being destroyed.
What happens if what we did didn't work tonight? You have absolutely no virtue, and you have no value here or wherever it is that you decide to drag yourself next.
It's proper savage from Elijah, man. It is. It did work, like he said, but he needs to look at what if it didn't, mate. How would he be feeling?
She didn't see anything, actually. Marcel swept her away before she could even understand what was going on. He told her to close her eyes and sing.
She called him her friend.
Where is it? Like, hopefully he's not locked him back up.
Dominic had the name of a werewolf bloodline. They were entrusted to be the guardians of a bone like Haley's family.
So the bones are in Mystic Falls.
Now, what happened to her grave?
I needed help, so I called in some help from one of our old friends, and she came through for us once again.
Good.
So right now, Davina Claire's the most important ally that we got.
Positive for them, innit? And literally, real positives.
I didn't come to fight. You told her to close her eyes and to sing. I used to say that when you were young. We're monsters. And I intend to protect my daughter from that truth for as long as I can. The Hollow wants us dead, and it will tear through anyone to get what it wants. It doesn't matter who. The only chance we have to survive is if we work together.
I do love these two together, though. I do, man. I say it every time. They got good chemistry.
I assume your family's all right?
I am ruthless and callous and vicious when it comes to defending my family. That is who I am. I got distracted today. I was worried about you, and I made a mistake that could have cost lives, and that can't happen again.
But you should know that when I saw you lying there today, I was terrified. You make me feel understood. And there's always going to be a spell to do or an enemy to fight. But when that is all finished, you deserve someone who gets you.
Ah, man. Well, I feel sad for you, Freya. Oh, here we go. Just fucking grab her. Yes, Freya. Love it. Get in there, mate. And do you know why? I'm happy for two reasons, actually. I mean, one, the main one is Freya's an absolute beast, and I just want her to be happy because she sacrifices everything for everyone. Mate, she was killed. As soon as she was woke, I'm going to defend him. Like, not a second more, mate. It's literally, I'm awake, let's go. That was it. In her mind, save the family. She's like she said there, mate, she's ruthless, she's callous, she'll put family before everything, she'll do whatever it takes. But Keelan, mate, she dominated like 7 of them around her, and that is a true warrior, a fighter as well. Get her in. That is like, to me, seeing her smoke all them off just shows that she has got potential. I mean, we didn't see it, obviously, but she's a fighter. You know, she's not a person to kneel down and just let someone breeze over her. She'll go out fighting like a champion, and she took all of them out. So let's be honest, Freya, absolute beast. Keelan seems to be a strong, decent beast. Together, one team, love it. I just want Freya to be happy, and she needed that, mate. She was gagging inside, wasn't she? I love it, mate. How she's got that on her. Shit, mate. Jealous.
Do you know who I am?
Wow, mate.
The ancestors have returned. You will give me a safe place to hide.
She had a thing on her shoulder. It's different to Hayley's. Yeah, mate. Sick blue eyes. Blue eyes always gets her. Get in there. For me, I think every time it does it, I'm like, wee. That was really good, actually. It sounded like Davina. Can look like Davina. No, I'm not saying it is, but she said the ancestors are trying to send me back, and I'm not going to let that happen. That sounds like something like Davina would say. Not going to lie. Now, obviously, I'm not saying Hollow is Davina because it's been around for time before Davina's died. So I'm going to say it's not her, even though it definitely kind of got the feels for it right then. But then, again, like I say, you look at it objectively, strategically, wouldn't make sense because Vincent said this has been going on for time. It killed Hayley's family back in the past, and Davina obviously wasn't alive then, so it must be somebody else. Now, I do think it's interesting that it's gone inside of Sophia, because she's going out with Marcel. She can get right close to him, you know. If they want to take Marcel out, which this guy was saying kind of last episode, you know, like sacrifice, she could easily do it. She could easily do it now. She's got the weapon, the thorns that could kill them. She's his girlfriend, so she can easily get right up to him when he's sleeping. Boom, job's done instantly, like that. Now, what I've said it a few times this episode, but I absolutely love when they integrate Hope into it, because the conversations are fluent. You know, it's not like they're speaking to a child, and that's what I actually really, really like. Sometimes when you're in programs, you could tell like the adult is speaking slower, or like they're dumbing it down, or it just doesn't. If I close my eyes, obviously her voice, it sounds like a young girl, but like if I had my eyes shut, the conversation would just be flowing, like, and that is what I like to see. I think it's really good. They're honing in on these marks now. They've seen it a few times in the pictures with Hayley's father. We focused in on it with Hayley's back then, and Hope's back, and that person that just went inside of her had one on her back as well, and it was red, and it looked like hers was on the left shoulder, and Hope's, Hayley's, and her dad's was on the right shoulder. So that's interesting. Elijah's mad this episode, sacrificing for girls. Davina looks like she's possibly back in some sort of way. You know, Freya's got the kiss that I've wanted for time. And all round, I think it's been a really good episode. Lots of tick boxes, you know. We've got Marcel free. Integration with Hope again in the episode. We've got more information of Hayley and her family. We've got Klaus, you know, like cutting a deal with Marcel. Elijah being absolute savage. You know, Davina possibly coming back. We got the Freya getting a kiss. We got what is it as well at the very end there? I totally forgot. Oh, and the Hollow possessing a body. Very interesting. Definitely can't wait to watch the next episode. It has been good. And that is going to wrap up today's video. Thank you for watching it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We got the moment that I've wanted for the past few episodes, and that is the Freya and Keelan kiss, mate. Honestly, it didn't look like it was going to happen because Freya kind of pushed her away because she's focusing on saving her family. That's all she's focused on. we kind of played in that like 2 episodes ago, where Keelan was saying, you know, like every time like something was going on in her life, she was always there helping everyone, you know, left, right and centre, and she never managed to have any time to herself, and she started having to try and find these little 10-minute pockets here and there where she could go up and just spend time for her. And you know, Freya was like, mate, I'll do that once my family's safe. Well, your family's never safe, Freya, so you know, you've got to make that time somewhere. It is true. And again, man, she went after, is it Dominic? That was what the high priest or whatever the guy who's working for the Hollow was called. And she baited him into the room. She'd done a 6 spell, actually, that made Josh turn into Marcel, which is really good. I could definitely tell it wasn't Marcel. He carried himself differently. And, yeah, it was quite funny, actually. But that guy come in quite smart, you know. He casted his spell, realised it was Josh. He thought that he got one over on Freya, but she actually dominated him, mate. Literally dominated Dominic, because she was laughing at him. She clicked it, mate. It dropped down. She actually got him right where he wanted him. Like, oh, she didn't have him right where she wanted him, and plan B worked, because she said that once he stepped inside the boundary, she wanted Josh to zoom out of it and he would be locked in it. But you know, she had a second one. If he didn't go in it, she had another one to drop onto him, and it worked. Now she's extracting the information. Turns out that he doesn't know where these bones are, but she gave him a name reluctantly. She went inside his head and got it. And then he was saying, look, mate, you know, you're not going to kill me because I'm going after Keelan. I knew that she's close to you. I've seen the way you look at her across the room, you know. And as soon as we come in here, sent my men to go after her and kill her. Now, it looked like they was going to successfully do it, actually. There was loads of them around her. They was going after her. They was looked like they was going to attack her. And she successfully stood her ground, took them out, killed them all. We didn't actually see that, but we physically know that because she's still in the show. Now, obviously, Freya got angry. She was attacking him. She knocked him out of the circle. Then he went, used his powers, killed Freya, mad, and the boundary spells obviously dropped. That managed to allow them to go inside the compound. Now, what was really interesting here is, like I said, I really enjoyed the way that Freya was having conversations with everybody this episode, because it was just flowing, and she had a good one with Marcel. She was asking him why he hated that, and my dad, he was saying, look, I don't really hate him. We've been through loads of stuff in ups and downs, and he technically said he loves him, you know, like if he's going to hate anyone, he's got to hate himself. It's deep, and it's true. And he's pretty much a Michelson as well, you know. He even said to her, look, with family, obviously the case was going up. He's like, look, you need to get me out of this circle. I'll do everything to protect you. I knew, like, I was on edge a little bit, 50-50, but deep down, I knew that he was going to protect her, because his one rule is, you know, you don't do anything to kids. Being consistent on that, and I knew that he wasn't going to go after Hope. She took a bracelet off. She obviously dropped the spell, which I kind of thought that the spell would have dropped anyway with Freya going down, but maybe not. And if it did, I don't know. But Hope helped anyway. These people come down. Marcel took them all out, told her to close her eyes, start singing, so she couldn't see what happened. And then obviously they took away, sat her outside, and waiting for obviously Klaus to come after them. Klaus had a good fight as well. You know, he was up there. It looked like he was about to beat him, so to speak. The guy was like mocking him, laughing him, because he took Kaylee down, didn't he? Snapped her neck. Maybe we'll go after Hope next, because he's like, we've been after Freya, we've got Haley, we're going to have you, we'll get Hope, have a field day with the Michelsons in this episode. You know, the Hollow's going to be loving it. Klaus wasn't having none of that. He got the stake out of him, boom, mate, went into him, killed him. His eyes looked good as well, they glowed, and took Dominic out. Now, not Marcel, Elijah, this episode, absolutely madness, you know, to get a connection towards the other side, to get the connection back to the ancestors, you know, they need to sever that link, they need to re-establish it. He done a sacrifice, he knew that sacrifice possibly had to be made, and he went and he killed 4 girls, mate, with, like, he just took them, 4 random girls, killed them, willing to do whatever it takes. You're powerful. I'm not powerful enough to do this, you know. I'm not an ancestor. I'm not an elder, mate. Well, you're a regent. You're the one that the Hollow's chosen. My mum knew that you were strong. You've been targeted. Obviously, the family, they went inside him. So, you better get working, because everything's banking on this. He drawn off Davina, mate. He went and got a skull. He was praying to her. I know you're part of the ancestors now. I know everybody over there hates me, but I know you don't. We're friends. We're family. Please, you know, accept this offering. She did. She's accepted it. The girls have come back. You know, he was saying to Elijah, what would happen if we didn't win today? Well, we did win. Yeah, but what would happen if we didn't? Well, but we did. I understand it. Elijah's not looking down that avenue, because if he didn't win, he would be literally killing himself, wouldn't he? He'd be eating at him. He'd be devastated. So he's looking at, it was a necessary sacrifice. Sorry. It kind of was a necessary sacrifice. It had to be done. But does that mean that's the right thing? No, it doesn't. And that is the thing, like, it did have to be done. Got to acknowledge it. In some way, shape or form, it had to be done. But there should have been a better way of doing it. But he's not bothered, is he? He's literally not bothered, mate. He's turned into an absolute savage, and you know, it worked. And what I actually like as well, Vincent stood up to him, mate. Pretty much saying, "I hate you. You know, I'll do whatever it takes to get you out of this city. You're just like a plague wherever you go. You destroy everything, and I don't want you here." Vincent is decent. I do like how he stands up to them. You know, this guy doesn't beat around the bush, and that is what I actually like. Somebody's always consistently fighting. Another thing that was really interesting is a Hollow has took possession of Sophia now, Marcel's girlfriend. She can get close to him. She can easily take him out. But, you know, is it going to take him out? I don't know. But Dominic did say last episode that they kind of wanted him. So why not? You know, it would make total sense that she could easily do that. But Klaus, as a thank you, kind of for saving Hope, not letting her see all this chaos going on, closing her eyes while all this killing was happening, has come to kind of say, you know, make peace or whatnot. We need to work together. You know, we need to get this out of the city. They're going to work together, and that really excites me because obviously they're best working, well, I was going to say as a team or in the same scene. That is when we get the best out of Marcel and Klaus. So I'm really excited for that. And then obviously I can't remember if I said it in this or whatnot, but we got the kiss from Freya right at the end. You know, she was saying, you know, better off without you. Well, I didn't say that, but she was saying, I've got to focus on my family. You know, I need to do whatever it takes. I'm ruthless, and they're always going to come and they're always going to need me. But she turned around and said, look, the reason I was staying here in New Orleans is because of you. I have to tell you before you go. If you want me to go, I'll go. She turned around, grabbed up, boom, kiss me. No, I want you to stay. She didn't say that, but that's what she wants in it. She didn't mean anything that she said to her then. She was just kind of lashing out because she was she's kind of feeling that just because she got feelings for Keelan that it got in the way of saving the family. But to be honest, Freya, it might have got in the way of saving a family, but it's getting in the way of you living as well. So I'm on the side of you being in a relationship. You can protect your family 8 out of 10 times. Instead of 10 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times, and you can actually be happy and enjoy your life as well. And that is what I'll actually say that is the best way to go. Very excited to watch the next episode. I'm really enjoying it now that we're progressing deep into the series. It's getting exciting. I don't know where we go. I still think Klaus might actually turn on Marcel at the end of the season. There's still loads to go. I feel like the Hollow's going to come and maybe possess him again and get him on their side and do bad things. But loads of possibilities. Can't wait to find out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, please smash the like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers guys.